This is the flagship JMGO N1S Ultimate 4K 3D Triple Laser Projector, and it promises to deliver one of the brightest, most vibrant experiences in the range. With its MALC triple laser optics and 3300 ISO lumens, does it deliver? Let's talk specs and features, where it excels, and what could be better in today's brutally honest review of the N1S Ultimate. After years of doing product reviews, a new trends emerged where brands are now requiring reviewers to submit their videos for final approval before it ever goes online. Now, this often means the brand can ask to remove anything deemed negative, which means product reviews are more influenced by the brand than ever. Now, because of this, I vow that anything I review on this channel will not only cover the good and the bad, but because I don't produce ads, cover the ugly as well. It's time to get brutally honest about reviews. This is full transparency.
Brutally honest review.
Full transparency, JMGO did send me this projector to review. However, most of my videos are not sponsored, meaning I pay out of pocket. So if you'd like to help grow this channel, consider using my links. I also have an ultimate goal of 100,000 subscribers. If you'd like to see my channel thrive, you know what to do. The N1S Ultimate has been out for some time now, as I see YouTube videos going back about a year, but we'll still cover all the specs and features in case the algorithm blessed me, and this is the first video you were recommended. As I mentioned before, the N1S Ultimate is a 4K 3D projector and the flagship in their line that use gimbals, has a standard list price of $27.99, but is on sale at the time of this video for $1,799. Be sure to check my links, as Black Friday pricing may be different. I'll be sure to link you to the best deal available. Build quality is solid, as it sits on a gimbal capable of rotating 360 degrees, up to 135 degrees vertically, so you could project the image on your ceiling if you're taking a few sick days and don't want to get out of bed. It measures about 9.5 inches wide, has a depth just over 8 inches, is about 9.5 inches tall, and weighs in around 10 pounds, so portability is one of its strengths. And if you include the foam-like travel case, you can pack it up and take it anywhere to set up on the go. The front is covered in a mirrored faceplate, which houses the 4K triple laser and a few sensors. On the side, it advertises it has a 20-watt subwoofer that gets down to 45 Hz, and while I can't see inside these side grills, I'm assuming this is where the speakers are. The back is mostly covered with a large vent where most of the heat dissipates from, which sits above the few connections. From left to right, we have a USB-A 2.0 port, two HDMI 2.1 connections, the second one has eARC, and a 3.5mm audio line out. And on the rear corner of the gimbal, your power connector. Once powered on, you'll be greeted by the Google TV startup menu, which is a bonus for me, as all of my TVs use Google TV, making it a seamless transition. It's my personal favorite OS and makes streaming a breeze. Now, there are a few steps I always like to run through each time I set it up in a new location. First, go to Settings, then Projector, and run an auto keystone correction. You can fine-tune it with manual keystone correction if it doesn't quite get it right. Then run Focus to get it tack sharp, and then Adaptive Wall Color to calibrate the image to whatever surface you're using so you get better colors versus out of the box. One really cool feature that comes in handy when you're setting this up on a wall, possibly at a party or barbecue, is the Flexi Smart 2.0 system that delivers real-time autofocus and auto keystone adjustments and uses intelligent adaptation to constantly correct the image in case you need to move it around a bit to get it perfect. It uses JMGO's patented microstructure adaptive laser control 2.0 pure triple color laser optics to deliver 4K resolution, up to a whopping 3300 ISO lumens, a 1600:1 contrast ratio, and 110% of the BT 2020 color gamut, meaning colors will pop, black levels should look great, and the overall image will excel even during daylight. If you're using this in a dedicated theater room, I recommend a full surround sound system, but the built-in speakers do a fine job when out and about and are compatible with Dolby Digital Plus and DTS HD Master Audio. When it comes to gaming, you can do 4K 60 Hz, which is perfect for solo campaigners like myself, or 1080p 120 Hz if you don't mind the resolution. And while gaming on an OLED is king, playing RPGs like the Oblivion remake on a giant screen is a great experience. I don't have extensive experience with every flagship projector out there, but this is the third projector I've gotten some time with, and it happens to be the most affordable, which is why I was caught off guard by the 3D experience. I can say 110% that out of the $6,000 and $3,000 projectors I've tried before, the N1S Ultimate has hands down the best 3D performance I've seen so far. While there can be some mild rainbow effect your eyes quickly adjust to, the first projector I tried had so much of it 3D movies were unwatchable. No ghosting, no crosstalk, set on vivid with ultra brightness activated. This is the best 3D experience I've tried so far. If your main purpose of owning a projector is 3D Blu-rays, this is the one. Animated content really shines as it tends to be colorful and bright, so if you still need to watch the most recent season of Dandadan, this is a great way to do it. And with its small footprint, it's easy to move around the house, add the optional stand, and make any bare wall come to life. Bonus points for portability. The unit is built with dynamic light speckle reducer technology, which JMGO claims will reduce speckle by 97%, but unfortunately it's one of the first things I noticed as images can look grainy at times. To be fair, I am using an ALR screen, which is not recommended for triple laser projectors for this very reason. It's not really an issue when watching 3D movies, but when you want to stream 4K content, you'll at times notice the grain-like artifacts when the image should be clear and razor sharp. We recently watched Weapons, which is full of dark scenes, and even after messing around with settings like adaptive luma control and local contrast control to make sure I was getting the best black levels possible, I couldn't help but notice some of those scenes were hard to make out as what should have been deep blacks appeared more gray and washed out. I also find when I sometimes turn the projector on, it doesn't keep the same focus I had before, so I have to redo autofocus each time. Not a huge issue as it only takes a few seconds, I just wish it retained focus memory, and when you first set up, even after calibration, colors will still need to be tweaked as you'll find some colors like red too oversaturated, fine-tuned to taste. So we've got some speckle, which may be resolved with a different screen, and dark scenes that at times may not get as deep as you'd like, especially if your eyes are used to an OLED screen, but bright scenes do excel, especially with animated content, so if you watch anime, this is going to produce beautiful images. And if you're like me and the main reason you want a projector is to consume 3D content, this is hands down the best 3D projector I've tried to date. With its current $1,799 sale price, check my links for Black Friday pricing. That makes it even more competitive. I think it just comes down to what you plan to use it for and what screen you pair it up with. Portability is a strength, and if you plan to use it outdoors or move it around, that's another plus. At the end of the day, against other projectors I've tested that cost more than double the price, I personally would choose the JMGO N1S Ultimate for my setup. If you made it this far into the video, comment friends till the end, and if you'd like to help full transparency stay afloat, consider using my links to support the channel. If there's a product you'd like to see me review, let me know in the comments below, but that's going to wrap things up for today. I'll see you next time.